the common goods problem is that a lot of people enjoy the same thing, and like nature or climate or whatever, but any given individual won't pay for the full cost, obviously, and so there's a free rider. There's what we call a free rider problem. There's a certain unwillingness to pay, and so if we can measure better the value of these goods, we can tax people or tax the activity, or also subsidize the activity if it's a good activity, such as using non-polluting, machines or so on. So, well, I think they can do a lot. I would say the main thing that I've been working on or thinking about is about measuring the consequences of using the common good, either subsidizing it if it's something positive, like transiting into new technologies that are less polluting, or then if they are using old technologies that are very polluting, then tax them. So, the first step is to measure, what's the value of these goods, the common goods, because they are outside the market. And I would say they're using bigger surveys and such to get a sense of what is the overall value of these goods for society is an important step. But there's a lot of other things they can do. I have been involved with TSE for 30 years, and so I have a lot of friends here. Shanti Roll, principally, I've written papers with him, and then it's a nice place to come. Well, Shanti Roll has been my main connection. He used to work on I think, really some very interesting papers in the 90s especially, and they are well known. But just talking also to not just Sean, but to the large set of people at TSE. TSE is one of the leading, economic institutes certainly in Europe, but also in the world. So, this is a great place to come to. Yeah, I think it's important for society to hear what we think and hear how we are developing in our approaches, and it's obviously becoming a bigger and bigger issue, and so now it's really a time for getting some traction to the ideas we have. I should add, one of the things that I'm pushing is, that things would be more local. People don't react to saying that, 1.5 degrees is too much, it's going to be 1.7, it's a disaster. It doesn't speak to any of us. It's not to me and not to the public. What's the big deal with a few decimals added to it? So they need to do a better way, communicate this in a much better way. And secondly, people should be engaged on the local level, not to sort of deal with the whole global issue, because again, it doesn't speak to you. I'm doing things. You can have a conscience that you do it, but it's much more important if we say we are cleaning up the water here, or we are doing something to get a greener, environment, or less catastrophic consequences of the climate and so on. I think there's a lot more that can be done on the local level to actually, and because people are willing to do something locally. But they have a harder time, see the little drop that they're contributing globally. So recycling, change, all the things that sort of can reduce the footprint.